my fault you can't comfort yourself with your food anymore.
This fire is lit every night.
Oh, I'm not
Mr.
blaming
Shieldhand
you.
used to enjoy
I've
grilling
already found
sausages
something
on
else
it.
to pass the time.
But all that stopped
Big
since he
pot.
lost one of his dimensions. I wonder what he does when it rains.
That's good to me.
That's not quite straight either. Try again.
It sounds so much louder. But, you know,
A
as
couple
long
of
as
bits of
everyone else is
childhood have
happy.
fallen through the grill. I'll take one.
Charcoal, charcoal. It's as big as us. It's as big as little Timmy.
I know we've had our
I don't know
differences,
why
but this is
we
just
need it.
And entertaining. Actually, it's mainly just entertaining. Look sharp now.
See.
Council leader's orders.
Not possible right now. A swanky chair that Shieldhand likes sitting on. He used to have a deck chair, but they made him get rid of it
No.
at some point.
That's not quite straight either. Try again.
Many say Mr. Shieldhand is the worst town guard Seastone has ever had. Us rats see it differently. He's lazy, not particularly clever, and when he does happen to patrol the streets, his armour clanks and creaks so much you can hear him from miles off.
How much
Perfect.
longer is this gonna go on?
Let's talk to X. You're melting.
I'll have you out of there in no time.
Yeah, and if that doesn't work, then you'll get help, okay?
It's not my fault
I
you
forgot
can't
they
comfort
arrested
yourself with your
Ivor.
food anymore.
Oh, I'm not blaming you. And I've already found something else to pass the time. Spit spot.
Is it really, really hot there like it was over here?
I'd love to write what I think of him and the council leader on his back. But although he's mostly made of card, I think he'd
No.
notice.
That's not quite straight either. Try again.
Let's see, what can we use this on?
I know we've had our differences, but this is just
Oh,
And
it's
entertaining.
awful. I'm
Actually,
really sorry.
it's
I
mainly
had to
just
deal with that.
entertaining. Look sharp now. Council
Got
leader's
to,
orders.
like, it got to 38 here and it was horrible. It was horrible.
Now Mr. Fox is busy sticking up wanted posters. That'll take him a couple of hours by the looks of things.
No. That's not quite straight either. Try again.
All right.
Stay cool in the name
much
of
The symbol of the
Vatican.
resistance. That should be hanging up all over town.
Until you've learned to put the posters up nice and straight. And you should mind what you say.
Because it's really easy to get heat stroke right now. Let me just move my drink so I don't split on the keyboard. I honestly think I should make a keyboard spelling email.
It's a bit unfair that only Wilbur and Uncle Remy are wanted. There are many other rats belonging to the underground who should also be wanted as dangerous terrorists. Me, for example.
my fault you can't comfort yourself with your food anymore.
Oh, I'm not blaming you. And I've already found something else to pass the time. Spit spot.
All right.
No, not the ice cream. Anything
The
but
symbol
the
of the
ice cream.
resistance. That should be hanging up all over town.
Where can we use the poster?
No. That's not quite straight either. Try again.
A solitary resistance poster isn't going to make a difference. I can't get up there anyway. Oh, I've already taken one. That should be enough.
Then why do we have it? Why did we make it? Unless we give it to him.
No, we've had our differences, but this
That
is
might
just
work. If Mr.
And
Shieldhand
entertaining.
had the symbol of the
Actually,
rebel
it's
stuck to his
mainly
back,
just
I'm
entertaining.
sure he'd try and get
Look
rid of
sharp
it
now.
as quickly as
Council leader's
possible.
orders.
But I can't just stroll up there and stick it on his back. If he sees me, it'll take just one strike and I'm down for the count. Must be quite
No.
difficult, but that doesn't mean.
That's not quite straight either. Try again.
That might work. If Mr. I can't just stroll up there and.
That is a good way of keeping cold. With putting it in the freezer. Also, you
How
can
much
put
longer is
juice
this
in there and it's like
gonna
a
go
slushy.
on?
Until you've learned to put the posters up nice and straight. And you should mind what you say.
That's to what I usually do. Or if you have yogurt, you can put it in there and make ice cream.
No. That's not quite straight either. Try again.
It's okay depending on where you are from, like if you're used to hot temperatures. So.
Well, it's not my fault you can't comfort yourself with your food anymore.
Oh, I'm not blaming you. And I've already found something else to pass the time. Spit spot.
I think you've just done the wrong thing again.
Not possible right now.
There's a puzzle in this, and my brain is not warmed up yet for puzzles.
I know we've had our differences, but this is just...
And entertaining. Actually, it's mainly just entertaining. Look sharp now. Council leader's orders.
I know we have to stick this on him, but I can't remember how you do it.
All right. The symbol of the resistance. That should be hanging up all over town.
No. That's not quite straight either. Try again.
How much longer is this gonna go on?
Until you've learned to put the posters up nice and straight. And you should mind what you say.
Right. Like we. Oh, we can stick it
Time
onto
to
the chair.
turn Mr.
not
Shield
quite
Hand into
straight
an
either.
advertising
Try again.
figurehead for the resistance.
I thought we stuck it on his back. I suppose if he sits on the chair, it would stick to his back too.
What the? What is it? Hey, Fox, is there something on my back? Can you see anything?
Oh, yeah. I can see something, all right.
What is it? Is there something stuck to me?
Now, what would the council leader say if her very own town guard was making propaganda for the rebels?
I'm pretty sure she'd be quite
Propaganda?
angry.
But I haven't.
Don't worry, I'll get it off. It might sting a little bit.
But no.
Stop that resistance sympathiser!
He's in trouble now. Shiny.
The 3 keys on the town guard's keyring. One of them should be for the door to the guardhouse, the others for the cells. This is the second time I've had to rescue one of the big heroes of Avantasia. Timmy Mousevich, hero rescuer.
Why don't we have the keys? Oh,
Even if I find a way to reach the keyhole, would I be able to push the door open? I think not.
do we shove the chair? Burn the door down. Shove the chair. We looked into it. I don't know. Climb. Oh no, we climb in the window.
Ivo, I've got the key.
Really? Well done.
Can you reach it?
No, but I've got a blanket in here which I can rip into strips. Right, that's sorted.
And it
Wow,
won't let
you're really,
X out.
really fat.
I'm pregnant. Somehow. Where are Wilbur and the others?
In the underground. I'll let them know you're here.
But where? Oh.
Everyone keeps calling her fat all the time.
If I do my job right, then soon I'm going to be an enemy of the state. And looking at this regime, I'd regard that as an honour.
I would too.
From celebrated hero to enemy of the state number 0.5. Steep career path for Wilbur.
It is a pretty steep.
A bucket with an evil-smelling, sticky, slimy substance. If I ever need anything like this, I'll know where to find it.
Troll snot. Or troll spit, I think it was.
Of course, statues will always be the first to lend their support when there's a revolution. I'm not sure who this statue's meant to be, but I'm certain that the council leader's people have defaced it.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Ivor. That was me. I needed the arms. We had to steal the arms to make.
Salt pretzels, donuts with icing sugar, together with hot mustard and a bit of pickled cabbage. Perfect.
It's a little concerning. I mean, just a little bit, but you know. I don't remember what it is that we have to do as Ivor. Oh, we had to come up here. I think, yes.
Presumably all these goods were delivered, or at least ordered, before Van Buren assumed power. I can't imagine any sane airship captain would dream of flying into Seastone right now. It all seems quiet and peaceful looking into the starlit sky. However, there are unbelievable powers and great tragedies occurring up there. We just don't look carefully enough.
Pretzels, chocolate covered pretzels are nice.
That crane's new. Seastone's merchants have been very creative where business is concerned. Someone once wanted to sell me a license for an apple. They didn't want the apple to belong to me, just the right to eat it. I'm pretty sure that wouldn't have ended well had I agreed to that.
Is that? I'm pretty sure that's an iPod reference. Well, you know, like when they were like, oh, was it iMusic back then or something? They were like, oh, you don't own any of the music that you have on iPod. You're just paying for the convenience of listening to it.
A lotto ball. Blank. Doesn't look like this has ever been used.
I remember when she was like, oh, we're going to use the lottery to make poor people think that they can be rich so that they don't take down the rich people because they're pretty sure that they could be one of them. But she didn't bother using it, apparently.
I shouldn't take unnecessary risks. I'd better chat to Wilbur and the others first.
I forgot that's where Van Buren is right now.
Huh? Oh, it's you.
Working late, are we?
A merchant's work is never done. Now, if you don't mind, I'm off on holiday.
Bill's going on holiday. I think we found why he locks his toilet up. Because the hole in it is the hole that goes down to the place where the zombies and rats are.
Who takes care of business when you go on holiday?
We don't get many walk-in customers nowadays. We concentrate primarily on production.
But when I get back, I'm going to talk to the council leader about opening up new markets.
And these are tribbles that you're selling?
Fresh off the press, so to speak. The management's efforts have optimized production decisively.
Then one just needs to find someone who wants something like that.
I'm working on that. In my opinion, every school kid in the land needs a magic slate like this. I'm going to speak to the council leader of the merchants about that.
Tribbles are a creature in Star Trek that cause a lot of problems because they're like cute and fluffy, but they breed really quickly, and the Klingons are like terrified of them.
What did you say? Where's the entrance to the underground?
I didn't say anything, and you've got no business down there.
And where exactly have those fluffy things been manufactured?
Not in the underground.
And this privy doesn't lead there?
No.
Then may I use it? Or is the flush not working?
I don't know anything about any underground. I just want to earn an honest crust. Why does everyone seem to have a problem with that? I'm taking these ghastly things to the school, then I'm out of here.
Welcome in, Rusty, and everyone who's come with Rusty. It's nice to see everybody. Right now we're trying to get down a toilet to save our friend. It's being held prisoner under it.
A great disguise for the secret entrance to the underground. No one would be keen to know where the things plopped into a privy would disappear to. And the merchant was in such a fluster that he forgot the padlock. Hello? Anybody there?
Ivo! Is that you?
Wilbur? What on earth have you been up to?
Well, you see, it's like this. And then he didn't pull us up. And then Timmy came and said you were in town. And then you called out, Wilbur! And I...
Thanks, I'm fully informed now.
Lack of awe.
It's a pretty long story.
It's very dangerous.
But exciting too, right? And sometimes funny and a bit sad and...
What's the next step? How are we going to change the Archmage back?
So, actually, I wanted to, someone else should... Wilbur was going to run away. Run away? Well, not really.
Of course not. We can't simply leave the town to this dreadful Van Buren. And from what we know, it's likely Monkus is sneaking around here as well.
So what do we do?
First, I'm going to get you up here, I guess. Then we can work out together how to rescue the Archmage.
But Remy's right. As long as the wand still exists, there's no way we can defeat Van Buren.
Master Alistair will know what to do.
Don't rely on me. Rely on yourselves and on your friends.
What? You have to speak up.
That's what the Archmage always said. Remy believed him. That's why he took the matter into his own hands.
What's happened to Remy?
He's relying on me. I'll follow him and we'll find a way to destroy the wand. You pull the zombies and Nate up, and then come up with something for the Archmage. Maybe we can also help one another a little. Maybe we can use the basket to exchange items and talk to each other through the hole.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Go get Esther, Gulliver. Time for some fresh air.
I don't know how to thank you, Wilbur.
It's all right.
Our second child will definitely be called Wilbur. What do you say, Nate? Want to see the stars?
Yeah, Nate is a robot child of zombies.
But I can help. You sure can. If you hear terrified screams coming from the hole, then think of something. You are going to find Uncle Remy, aren't you? Of course.
Oh no, we have to go in the terrifying hole now.
The rope has served me well twice already. Maybe it'll hold up for a third time, too.
Magic rope. Is there anything else in here? No, I think we just have to go in the horrifying hall.
Okay. The time had to come sooner or later.
We're going in the hall. We didn't even bring a torch with us or anything.
Hello?
Another one.
For years no one visits, and now all this activity.
Spooky voices in the dark. It's pretty dark in here.
Why is it dark? And what could you do to make it light?
The young hero stood in a beam of light, surrounded by the deepest darkness, and the voices said,
Two trolls look up into the night sky. One asks the other, "What do you think? Is there life on the moon?" And the other replies, "Well, of course! There's a light on, isn't there?"
Terrible jokes down here, too.
Fantastic.
Hello? Who's there? I'm Wilbur.
Said the ugly dwarf, whilst peering into the darkness.
Hey, I'm not a dwarf, I'm a gnome. And Mum says I'm a handsome little fella, too.
He said defensively, but this did not impress the darkness much. Next, the dwarf said,
Why is so many people gnome racist in this game? First it was a child telling us that we would never be a mage because gnomes can't do magic. And now a strange voice is calling us a dwarf. I'll have you know, gnomes are shorter than dwarves.
Who are you? And why don't you come into the light so I can see you?
We can't.
Well, we could, but we just don't want to. We are gods. We can do anything.
You're gods?
He froze, as if struck by a bolt of lightning, whilst the implications of this danced wildly around his head.
Actually, no, not really.
But you must. You are speaking to gods.
What exactly are implications?
Hey, hey! Two cannibals are eating a clown, and one says to the other, "He tastes a bit funny."
Oh, do be quiet. I'm trying to create atmosphere here.
Isn't it about time for a riddle?
I feel like I would commit a violent act if I got stuck down here with these people for as long as they've probably been down here.
If you're gods, then can't you just say something like, "Let there be light," and it gets all bright in here?
Two trolls are looking up into the night sky, and one says to the other, "What do you think? Is there life on the moon?"
Not again.
Of course we could create some light. Or it could simply just be light in this cave. But where's the challenge in that?
But
Said the little dwarf,
why does everything always have to be so complicated?
and stamped his foot on the ground.
Say what?
You have to stamp your foot on the ground.
The gods are a
What
lot.
kind of gods are you?
Well, we are...
Wait! He has to create light first.
The gods are a lot in this game.
Did a rat in a hat pass through here?
asked the gnome in a brave voice. He, however, didn't know at this point that he would be leaving the caves without his friend.
You know something about Remy?
That's what one calls foreshadowing. It's a device used to keep the audience entertained.
Showing something other than complete darkness might also be helpful.
He's got to solve the riddle first.
So what's with Remy? Was he here? Where did he go?
Oh, I've got another one. One politician says to the other, "I don't know why no one likes us. We don't do anything."
I mean...
And what exactly has that got to do with the
sometimes
story?
we like them even less when they do things. And let's not go any deeper into that than we need to.
Thank you for the conversation. I'll look around a bit.
Not without any light.
Hey, hey, two cannibals are eating a clown, and one says to the other, he tastes a bit funny.
That joke? I think you told it earlier.
That's absolutely no reason for not repeating it again and again and again.
Hey, it's a good one.
It's a good one. It is. I mean, I have one joke that I tell all the time. So... I can't really judge him. But if you're the god of jokes, I would hope you'd know more than one. You know? Is there anything on the floor? Maybe you could just stare into the darkness.
Aside from the light coming through the hole, you can hardly see a thing down here. And I think I need more than just a torch or something like that. It sounds like I'm in a fairly large cavern.
I think we're gonna have to go back up again, maybe.
Hello? Are you still there?
Where else would we be?
Can't you give me a little help here? There's a little rat sitting up there who misses his uncle.
Emotion overcame the dwarf, and tears of anger and exhaustion welled up in his eyes.
That's not true! And I'm not a dwarf!
You must understand. The protagonist must come up against problems. No conflicts, no story.
Put as many obstacles in his way as you like, but can you still help me?
Perhaps a joke would calm the situation down.
No.
Or escaping, or we can still can.
Up's even worse than down.
Wilbur, have you found Uncle Remy?
Not yet, but I'm working on it.
We need light so we can see down there.
Timmy,
Yeah?
you can hardly see your hand in front of your face down there. I need a light.
We could build a torch.
Not only is it pretty dark down there, but pretty scary as well. A flickering torch? That casts shadows? No thanks. I need something different. Something that illuminates the whole place. I've got to get back.
You can do it.
We need to get one of them torches that you see on infomercials. It's like the light of 10,000 suns.
It looks like the Van Buren's girls' abominations have even found their way down here. Someone with taste couldn't bear to have this stuff around any longer and threw it away. A hand mirror. I'm going to take it with me. Could come in handy somewhere.
Can use it to reflect light. That's probably, I think.
Nate liked the seesaw. Probably because it was new to him. There are so many new things waiting for him up there. I almost envy him having the chance to experience it all for the first time.
Nate is very precious. This is our friend Ethel. She used to be a lab rat. That's the pipe we came down from. Originally.
Hi, Ethel.
Ooh, you always have this habit of creeping up on me.
Maybe we're stood here forever. While I looked at things.
You and Esther did a great job of that fluffy paint. Although, I'm still not sure I understand it all.
What's so difficult to understand? Yellow and blue give you green, pink and fluffy give you fluffy pink.
There's a colour called Fluffy.
Fluffy jumpers are dyed with it. Many wash powders are made almost entirely of fluffy. Oh, young people today, absolutely clueless with regards to alchemy.
You and Esther got along well together, didn't you?
Surprisingly, yes. Didn't want to eat me or anything like that. Nice person. Gone now. I'll miss her.
You could visit her sometime.
Lots to do. But yes, maybe.
They became friends, even though she was terrified of her and gnawed her own leg off at one point in the past.
I followed Remy down into the dark hole.
Ooh, what's it like?
Dark.
Then you need to sort out some light. Chop chop.
I have to be going, Ethel.
If you need stew, you know where to find me.
Ethel is the holder of the stew.
Without Gulliver, Esther and Nate, everything down here looks even more desolate. The three of them took everything really important up with them. And Ethel still has a watchful eye on the rest. Probably best if I leave everything as it is.
I mean, we could have used something to make, I think, that's the bell that we rang Bill with. I don't think there's anything.
The basket will let Ivo and I exchange stuff. Very handy if one of us gets stuck at some point.
Like, we need to be Ivo now. We don't need to go up yet.
I get the impression they would go through thick and thin together. They simply belong together. I'm really envious of that. Hi, you two.
Oh, hello.
I've not had the pleasure of making your acquaintance yet. My name's Ivo. Welcome to Seastone.
My name is Gulliver. This is my enchanting lotus blossom, Esther. Our son down there with the ogre is called Nate.
Nate?
Nate, yes. Named after a true hero and good friend. It was down to him that Esther and I got together back then in the Wildlands.
I take it it's the same net. The same net that Ivor was having issues with.
About Nate. You haven't seen him recently, have you?
Unfortunately not. We would have loved to have had him at our wedding, but he suddenly disappeared.
I'm sure he's out there in the big wide world, helping other lovers find the happiness they deserve.
But he left his love behind in the process.
Do you know him?
That deceitful hypocrite who disappeared in the middle of the night with no explanation and leaving me standing there like an idiot of a pirate? No, I don't know him. Not anymore. It's not safe for you here in Seastone. Not for anyone.
I know, but where else can we go? Zombies and the undead aren't really welcome anywhere.
People think that we eat their brains. But to be honest, they really don't taste of anything.
Ew. Well, perhaps you'd be better off in the Wildlands. There are loads of people like you there.
Why do we have to go? Just because other people have a problem with us? That's not fair.
It's not fair at all.
Wilbur talked about the machine that you built together. Maybe you can bring it up here and build slates for yourself when everything's returned to normal.
I don't think so. Only Bill knows where to get the intelligent stone. And he'd claim I've stolen his idea. He can afford ghouls. Worse, lawyers. Anyway, where am I going to get the gold? Who would even lend me a copper piece?
Don't give up, sunshine. Small setbacks are a part of death.
Esther's right. Those who fight may lose, but those who don't fight have lost already.
Says the young, pretty and rich elf princess.
I've got to go now. Bye, you two.
Bye.
Bye.
That wasn't an awkward conversation at all. Let's go. They said Nate's down with the ogres, so I'll go see what they're up to. These flowers. Something else.
Seastone's a harbour town. It's pretty rough here. That shop's asking for trouble with that range of goods, even if some of the seafarers are a bit soft in the head.
There's a unicorn, there's a teddy bear, there's a dog with a pie hat.
This is Nate. His name isn't his fault. I'll try to be nice to him.
Nate is best boy. Other Nate, not so best
Hello,
boy.
Nate. Are you interested in these toys then?
He says, finally I know where all the rubbish comes from.
You can understand him.
It's quite obvious what he thinks of this junk. I think he says one could also build something useful out of all this. He's an inventor.
Nate's got strong opinions.
I'm an elf and don't feel the heat and cold as much as humans do.
We've heard this one. I think we should talk to our ogre friends here.
A two-headed ogre. Rather rare and pretty complicated, anatomically speaking. Good evening, gentlemen.
Mademoiselle.
Fat elf!
Literally everyone's calling you fat. Interesting
Nice shop, but a bit unusual.
Candy floss, puppies, chocolate, baby dolls.
It's dreadful. We had such a lovely inn. Subdued lighting, smoky air, and lots of alcohol. And now...
Lollies! New inn! Lollies!
I feel like they should split the tavern afterwards. And just have one side be confectionery. Because Blout seems a lot happier.
My name is Ivo, and you are...
Not Princess Ivo from the Woodland Realm?
Yep, that's me.
It's an honor, Your Highness. Although, considering the current situation, perhaps you shouldn't tell everyone who you are.
I didn't catch your name.
I still don't know your name, kind sir.
Oh, excuse me, Your Serene Highness.
Please, call me Ivo.
My name is Zloff. That's my brother, Blout.
Blout?
Blout. Oh. I only just noticed one only has one eye and the other has two eyes. I think I would have noticed by now, but I didn't. You're a magician, aren't
Perhaps
you,
you could
Zloff?
explain to me what's happened here. You're a mage, right, Zloff?
Mage? Me? No.
Why Zloff always say that? Zloff is mage.
Not after what happened to the other mages in this town.
What's happened?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. But I've definitely given up magic and therefore I am no longer a mage.
I mean, seems sensible considering what's happening.
A whole building has been transformed permanently. A little girl shouldn't have the power to do that. How does she do it?
I, don't know what you mean.
Are you expiring?
You what?
Blout should tell council leader if people expire.
You're spying for the council leader?
Blout's afraid the merchant council leader's daughter might turn him into a little girl with pigtails if he doesn't cooperate with her mother.
We shouldn't give away that daughter does magic. You're expiring.
No, Blout, we're not.
Then that's okay. Sloth?
Yes, Blout.
What is...
I mean, we could say this, but like, it's not going to change it.
Blout, I don't think you should spy for Van Buren. She's bad news. Surely you can see that?
Blout not want to spy, but Blout not want to be changed into Bunny Rabbit.
I was all for fleeing, but Blout wanted to stay and hide.
Quite difficult, given your size.
Blout won't disguise. No one recognised Blout.
Maybe not, but what about me?
It would be pretty hard to hide when you're the only two-headed dog. Like, what are you going to hide as? A one-headed dog?
Have you still got the disguise you were going to use to hide from the council leader?
Still got.
Would you give it to me?
You want hide from council lady? You conceiving?
No, I just want to secure the disguise and hand it in at the school.
Otherwise, the rebels could get hold of the disguise, Blout. Do you want to be responsible for a rebel disguising themselves with your outfit?
No! Blout, good little boy. Here, take.
Thanks for the chat.
You were like a beacon of light in the darkness of night, Princess.
I totally forgot about this part. But I think you talked to them again.
I don't know what there is to talk about at the moment.
No? Is this just... Is this just a thing that we can walk around wearing? Because that's hilarious. Can't speak to Nate again. So I think we have to go back this way.
I'll let them have some time on their own. They've got to make a decision about where they're going to spend their life together. Not an easy decision. Hello, you two.
Have we been introduced, sir?
It's me.
Probably just a friendly townsman, Gulliver. You don't mean us any harm, do you, good sir?
No. Goodbye. This disguise works really well.
Who knew? The worst of disguises would be the best of disguises.
If I do my job right, then soon I'm going to be an enemy of the state. And looking at this regime, I'd regard that as an honour.
You can't pick up the call. We love you, look at the feed.
Wow, I'm glad I'm out of there. Seastone's a dangerous place these days, but at least I can do something about it out here.
True. I don't think there's anything we can do here.
Wilbur wrote very excitedly to me that he, of all people, had been appointed as the first professor to the school by the Archmage. I think he was very proud, but also a bit intimidated because of his colleagues and the students. Those are the kind of worries that we'd be grateful for right now.
It is... Oh, I forgot. I forgot to talk to Wilbur. I forgot that we had, like, they don't know. And we have to tell him the thing that we know. You know, might help if we talk to each other about things.
I don't know what I'd talk to Wilbur about right now. And quite honestly, I'd rather only stick my head down there when absolutely necessary.
We have to be Wilbur. And Wilbur has to tell her.
Ivo?
What?
For my search for Remy, I need something I can use to light an entire cave.
I'll keep my eyes peeled.
Thanks.
What are you doing?
Not that I'm not overjoyed to see you, but what are you doing in Seastone?
I need to talk to Archmage Alistair. There's a little... problem.
Unless it's about catching flies with your tongue, he's not going to be any help to you at the moment.
Well, the problem can wait. I hope.
He's a frog right now. He's a frog and we've been framed for killing him. Do you have an idea where Munkus, the bad guy, might be hiding?
Munkus has completely disappeared since the fight in the staff room. Do you think he's still in town?
Yes, I fear so. Like flies to Arbor's pot, dark sorcerers are attracted to power. A little girl with seemingly unlimited magic. He'll try anything to exploit that.
And he can transform himself into anyone. Be careful about whom you trust up there.
Who says he's up here? He could be down there with you. We must both keep our eyes peeled.
Peel those eyes. Are the changes in the town really as bad as Remy?
Remy said that much of the city's been transformed. Is it really that bad?
Some buildings have been badly affected, but nothing that couldn't be fixed with a few flaming torches. What's worse is that some people have also been transformed, and no one dares to say what they think anymore.
That is terrible.
Van Buren's intoxicated by power, worse than Joffrey. She's insane, she's going to ruin our world, and she has the means to do it.
Luckily you're here, Ivo. We'll stop them.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Worse than Joffrey, the small, annoying child that everybody hates. Worse than him? I don't know if that's possible. But I say that as someone who only knows about Game of Thrones through other people talking about it and memes. Because I never got into it. And like now it doesn't seem like the time to start.
Where's the council leader? Whatever you do, don't let her catch you.
It's okay. She's on her way to the Elf Burrow. She wants to pay my mother a visit.
Doesn't that worry you?
Nah, she'll get nowhere in the Elf Burrow. Elf protective magic is powerful.
So it's just a question of how long it takes Van Buren to figure that out.
She'll be furious. It's best we're no longer here by the time she gets back.
I have to get going. Don't get caught.
good luck. Keep your ears stiff.
We've looked at this, we've looked at that. I think we just go back up to the school right now. Hedgehog. I struggled for so long about what shape to make it. And I was like, round shape.
When the cat's away, the mice will play. Let's go in.
Oh God.
What the? You could have hit me.
Yeah, whatever.
Is that
No one's allowed to enter the school as long as the council leader's away.
Anyone who didn't see the troll before, he was like literally a troll. He's literally a troll, and he's figuratively a troll. The second emote only took me 15 minutes to draw. Because it's based off of like a hug, not a hug emote, a heart, a love emote, a heart emote. But it's not a heart emote, so it was easier to like envisage what it was going to look like. Compared to the flower hedgehog emote.
Council Leader Van Buren has asked me to get something from her office for her.
She didn't tell me. She only told me to knock the head off anyone who tries to get in here while she's away.
Oh, presumably she forgot to mention it. She'll be very angry if I don't bring her what she requested.
Angry with you, not with me.
Thank you for this delightful conversation.
What a delightful conversation.
Well, it's no surprise you liked it. Conversations with the one and only Grumder Klimpus are always a laugh. It was rather disappointing for me. But you did your best.
I'm happy you could pop by. And I'm also happy you managed to get the founder's badge you were aiming for. I hope all the stuff you have to do today gets done easily and quickly. I had a huge list of things that I was going to do. And then I had to go get my new glasses from the opticians. Thank you, Peter. I did get affiliate. It just took me forever to finish the paperwork because I had to like check things first. Because obviously it's set up for like American people. It's hard to understand some of it if you're not. And I didn't want to fill it out wrong and then get in trouble. But thank you all. Welcome to the Hedgehog crew. I haven't made the custom badge yet for subs because I'm not sure what to make it yet. I'm not sure whether to go with a pie to keep with the law of the channel, or whether to go for a hedgehog on my face, you know, my beautiful face. We'll see what happens. But, you know, I'm going to try and have it all done for Tuesday. And then we can have like a grand unveiling of everything. Also, I need to do the channel points stuff as well. I can't remember how you do it. So I think you get 10, don't you? So there's like 7 left. So anyone who wants it might have to scoot on behind quickly if they don't want to not get it. Not that I'm expecting a lot, but you know, there's people who would like to be in that group, and I don't want them to be disappointed. Yeah, 7. There's 7 left.
His general appearance is not exactly pleasant, and his most defining feature is his melodious stink.
Think you're something special because you know all these long words, eh? Pathetic.
Listen!
Huh?
Oh, somebody's really on the ball here. I'm really decisive. Well done.
Yeah, no problem for a professional like me.
Oh, I'll mention that in my report.
What report?
Oh, I'm not really permitted to tell you, but let's just say a positive evaluation should give your career a boost.
But I'm exactly where I want to be.
Really?
Sure, otherwise I wouldn't be here.
Oh no, maybe you really enjoy your job?
You really must have a ball every day harassing people.
A smart guy like me can really make good in this world.
But you're destined for greater things. Go out there and prove it.
I could, but I don't wanna. Let everyone else bumble around if they wanna. They always come crawling back asking for help at some point. And I just say, deal with your own shit, you bumblers. Ha!
What a delightful conversation.
I've had better, love.
I've had better love. Let's see if we can get any out of this guy.
He's not particularly quick, physically nor mentally.
It's or learn English.
He's not particularly quick, physically nor mentally.
It's or learn English.
It is exciting. It took a while, mostly because I just couldn't. I needed time off for quite a few weeks.
I can't risk starting a fight with the troll. Yeah, I could get past him, but he might follow me and wake up half the town in the process. Annoyingly, I can't trick him either. He's just too stupid for that.
And honestly, I might need like a recap. That's what I was thinking of. I keep forgetting she's wearing this. No. It sounds like it. I keep forgetting she's wearing this, like, disguise. This summer is, it's a lot. I just want it to be cold again. I just want it to be cold again, not hot. And talk to these fellas. We talked to Nate. Maybe we can talk to them now that we know about the
Hello,
fight.
Sloth. Blout.
are, Princess Ivo.
Light. Yes, we need to light up a big cave.
A friend of mine who's active in the non-existent resistance has to somehow illuminate a big cave.
I'm no longer a mage and have nothing to do with the resistance. And because I'm no longer a mage, I don't need my magical equipment anymore. Like, for example, this clicker, which can capture starlight.
We had 38 here.
Good
on
job that you aren't a
Tuesday.
mage anymore. Now I can give this thing to my friend, who's not on a wanted list and who's also not in the resistance, which also doesn't even exist.
And it was
What
awful.
talk so strange? Something not right here.
You're much too suspicious, dear Blout.
Thanks for the chat.
You were like a beacon of light in the darkness of night, Princess.
Let's get out of here, right? But yeah, it was 38 degrees here and it was awful. So you have my sympathy for 42. That's gonna be awful. Luckily it wasn't too humid here, so it wasn't as bad as it could have been. But it was still not great. Do we have to go up one more? No, we go down, don't we? Yes. Stay safe and stay inside as much as possible. Make sure that you're not wearing clothes that are too hot. Stay hydrated. Drink ice water if you can.
Wilbur?
Yes?
There's a fully grown troll with an axe in the entrance hall of the school, and he won't let me into the staff room. Is there another way into the school?
If we had some fireplace travel powder, you could get into the staff room through the fireplace.
Fireplace? I'm sure there isn't a fireplace in there. Presumably it's now a doll's house or something.
Maybe the fireplace in the library's still okay.
Worth a try. Just missing the powder now.
It's on the headmaster's desk.
Which brings us back to the start of our problem.
Yep, that's about the size of it.
That's all for now.
See you later.
We have to be Wilbur. Is Remy in our bag? No. We have a mirror. Did we give this to him? We didn't. So we need to be hard to give it to him, I think. Or maybe we have to be him.
The basket will let Ivo and I exchange stuff. Very handy if one of us gets...
Can we give her the mirror?
The people up there already have enough of the stuff. The rubbish stays here.
Wilbur?
Yes?
I think I might have the solution to your light issue. Zloff has just given me something that he calls a clicker. If I've understood him correctly, you can use it to capture starlight and then let it go somewhere else.
Sounds promising. Have you collected any starlight yet?
No, not yet. I'll come back when I've got some.
Sounds good.
We've got to go collect some stars, which means we have to go up here. She was being rude, but also, like, earlier on in the game, the troll is, like, almost unbearable.
Right then, capture starlight.
Starlight sponge.
That is beautiful.
So like I don't have a lot of sympathy for that guy. Ultimately me. Look who just turned up. We were just saying it'd be funny if you you didn't manage to get founder, considering that.
Wilbur?
Yes?
I've captured a bit of starlight for you. That should make your light problems a thing of the past.
Really?
Wow! I'm going to send the clicker down in the basket. You must wait until you're in the dark cave before you set the starlight free.
Got it!
Thank you, Star, for your sub. Everyone really means a lot right now. Everyone look at the new emote and behold it with your eyes. I had to do a lot of I worked really hard on it. I don't know if there's a second one, but it hasn't been approved yet. But it's in the Discord if you want to see it. Do you want spoilers? I hope you're both doing alright today. I was thinking about making it a sticker actually. The second one is also a pretty good sticker material. I might change the colour slightly though of the flowers, because I think the green is too light. That's fine, Albert. I'm happy. Yeah, I think the green and the leaves is too bright. A sticker, so I think, but like it had to be a lot brighter for it to show up because it's so small. Need to let the light up now.
Wow!
Oh, that's bright.
I can see.
By God, you've got old.
You're only statues.
We are gods, trapped in statues. That, by the way, is a very exciting story.
Could someone help me up? Thank you.
Hey, all this light reminds me of a joke. Two trolls look up into the night sky. One asks the other, "What do you think? Is there life on the moon?" And the other replies, "Well, of course! There's a light on, isn't there?"
Maybe you could just lie him face down in the sand.
Can we just get rid of the god of jokes who only knows 3 jokes? He continuously tells in a circle. Also, I need to make Helen a VIP too. Losing my voice. I need to make Helen a VIP too. I just didn't do it before, like I was doing it like immediately before stream. Because I forgot that I could make people VIP. And then, yeah, unfortunately, I've had Adam is my mod. Paul is also my mod. I'll do it after stream, Helen. Like everyone in the D&D will be a VIP. So like Ted as well.
So you're gods in statues? Did someone imprison you?
And so it came to pass that the young hero encountered the epic story, which...
The statues depict us. They are our last refuge.
I always thought gods lived somewhere up in the sky in really stylish cloud palaces.
I have lived in many temples, all of which were dedicated to me. The faithful met in them, discussing and answering the most difficult of questions. And they all paid homage to me, the god of riddles.
I feel very called out.
And then you were forgotten and ate sand for a few centuries.
That one calls himself Jerry, the god of bad jokes.
The god of humor?
That is Avini, goddess of the arts, and I am...
Hypnis, the chatterbox.
the god of good stories.
One picture speaks more than 1,000 words.
I feel very called out in my writing about gods right now. Because in my book they might live in big palaces in the clouds. Paul. Thank you for the soul. Welcome, welcome, welcome. No, I won't. I won't stop giving you ads. I have the power now. Mwahaha. Jerry stealing your title. Stop. I don't know what's going on. It's Jerry, the god of humor.
Yoo-hoo! Oh, young friend, would you like to hear a joke?
I've heard all three of your jokes.
The god of humor? Wow! Sounds like you'd have a lot to laugh about.
Oh, of course! It'd be a sorry state of affairs if I didn't.
It is really bad if one constantly has to hear the same joke told time and time and time again.
Oh, you just haven't got a sense of humor. Listen, one politician says to the other, I don't know why no one likes us. We don't do anything. or do you know the one?
Yes, we know it.
Party poopers.
I mean, sometimes we dislike politicians more when they do things than when they don't do things. 50p pizza would be good though. I haven't had one of those little tiny baby pizzas for ages.
I still don't understand why you're here and not somewhere beautiful instead. I mean, you're gods. Can't you do whatever you want?
Of course we can. Well, theoretically.
In reality, though, no one has believed in us for a long while. Do you know how gods are created, young man?
And a mummy god and a daddy god.
All of the gods have always been there.
Very much.
Nah.
A baby god.
We get our power by
found
people believing in us.
by a crane.
It can be a great power. A power that can move mountains and flare up conflict.
But if no one believes in you anymore, nothing remains.
Our temples were destroyed centuries ago or rededicated to other more bloodthirsty gods. These 4 statues are all that remain. If they disappear, we, like our religion, will cease to exist.
I have to go.
I'd only do it if I had the ability to comment on the ads. Just be like, oh, here's another I keep getting Mormon ads on YouTube because I watched a a podcast of people who've left Mormonism, and now that's all I get on YouTube. Just better than all like the multi-level marketing things I used to get, or the Church of Scientology stuff that I would get. I don't know. It won't work though. I think you've told me this joke before at some point, but I appreciate it anyway. I don't know, I just attract people that want to convert me, I think. Because when I was at university in Liverpool, people from the Church of Scientology tried to recruit me in the middle of the street, and then I just told them that like I have schizophrenia, and then they backed off. I don't, but it was like it's easier to explain than psychotic depression, and they really don't. They won't let you join if you have a mental health problem. It's true that they won't let you join if you have a mental health problem, and I didn't want to explain mental health problem. So it's just like, here's one they'll know about and be worried about. So yeah, they won't let you join if you have quote unquote a serious mental health problem. They're also against psychiatrists. So if you do develop one whilst you're in Scientology, you will not get proper support for it. I know a lot about cults and cult-like groups.
This lake looks weird. The water is so dark and somehow wrong.
Oh, it's real water.
That I could just swim to the island?
Oh, I wouldn't try that if I were you.
And if I build a raft and get myself a small rowing boat?
No boat can cross this lake, spoke the mighty voice of the highest of the gods. We can only explain to you how to get over the lake.
Oh, it reminds me, I forgot to... I need to remember to get the name of my psychiatrist, because I haven't seen them in so long I can't remember what they're called. Because I need it for paperwork that I have to fill out. I hope the waiting list is short, or it gets shorter for you, so you get seen quicker. Yeah, 6 months is tough. It's real tough. Especially, I know you were talking about it before, but like, you're going to see them.
Maybe the lake's cursed. I can feel something evil, and a chilling cold emanating from the water.
Evil.
The gods must know how to cross a lake like this.
Yes, we do.
Thank you, Mario, for giving a sub to Mormonism is back 81? 8? I can't see. 81. Yeah, I would try and like stay on the list if you can, but also look for other people who might not have such a long waiting list, because it seems like the person who referred you probably sent everybody they see to that one person, and it's probably why the list is so long. Mario, thank you for a sub to Mom and is back. Evil. And Adam, thanks for the sub to I have schizophrenia. I love that. You need to find the one that's like, I have manic depression. Not manic depression, what am I talking about? That's the old word for bipolar. I have oh my god, I can't even remember my own illness. Psychotic depression. Yes. Brain fog. We love that. For me. I like how sometimes I can't remember a word and my brain just gives me like a random word that's not even related. Thank you. Thank you for giving us up to manic depression, and to Mario for giving us up to Mom and his back Yusuf. There is too many Monisms back home. I mean, they don't even call it Mormonism themselves right now. I don't think. I think the official name that they're going by at the moment is Church of Latter-day Saints. The original. Rusty raided earlier. I'm glad to see that they're still around. They were playing another point and click game that I've totally blanked the name of right now, but I remember we talked about it. Mario, thanks for the sub to you. Mom is back. 88. You have to stop now. I'm telling you to stop because there's like 10,000 of these accounts. Good that you're done for real, because otherwise I would come I'd come and tell you off. They all show up. They're all different people who don't know each other.
Hello, said the young hero, and then asked the decisive question.
You're the god of stories. I love stories, me.
I've always liked stories, especially the story of the knight Ni as he rode out to slay the evil dragon.
Yes, one of my finest.
You wrote the knight Ni story?
I wrote all stories, so to speak. Boy falls in love with girl, hooker with a heart, happy ending, all my inventions. Everything since is just variations on a theme, really.
Wow.
I also invented the words and, wide, and jam, as well as the letters E, Q, and L. Oh, and the Oxford comma. The last has, however, not been accepted by the majority.
Let's get back onto the island.
I think my friend Remy's on the island over there. How can I cross to it?
Now, it's quite simple.
No, it isn't. First he's got to answer some riddles.
Oh, we've already done with the light. Can't we simply get on with the story now?
Previously, people honored us, gave us offerings, erected temples.
I can't build you a temple.
No, but you can honor us, so that we will bestow our favor upon you.
You are, awesome.
How pitiful.
You must give each of us an offering, or fulfill for each of us one wish, or something like that.
Yes, yes, and only when you've won over 3 of us will we reveal how you can cross the dark water safely.
People, gods, whatever you are, this isn't a game. Remy may be in danger.
When he is in the temple of the Nameless One? For sure.
Another reason for you to hurry. Chop chop, mortal. Win our favor.
Hedgehogs are very cute. They're also very horrifying. Yeah, there's only two forms a hedgehog can be, and one of them is the cutest thing, and the other is like an eldritch horror. Tell me more about the temple on the island.
You said that the temple on the island was for the Nameless One?
That's right. Hundreds of years ago, the Nameless One grew ever more mighty, winning over an increasing amount of followers. Of course, the priests of the other gods were very unhappy about this, so they forbade the name of this god to be spoken, his symbols to be worn, or for prayers to be said to him. Those who were versed in the dark arts and wanted to use the god's power for their own purposes built this temple deep under the town. They performed forbidden rituals there and increased the might of the god. In return, he gave them untold power.
That doesn't sound good.
It wasn't. At some point or other, they were discovered and the temple destroyed. Shortly thereafter, the Nameless One was banished, and for centuries, all was peaceful on the island.
Until now. Until now.
And then what happened to the temple? What happened next?
A few years ago, men appeared. They visited the temple and held rituals there. Rituals we had not witnessed for centuries. Dark mages who had delved too deeply into old books and found the whereabouts of the temple. They built a machine, the purpose of which we can only speculate over.
Maybe they wanted to bring the Nameless One back to this world.
If that was their aim, they didn't succeed. The island lapsed back into peaceful darkness. I suspect the mages had been killed.
Ah, then my wand might have belonged to one of the dark mages.
I don't know anything about magic wands. I just know that for several years the temple has been inhabited by a ghost which never leaves.
And Remy's just gone there.
That reminds me of an old story. Shortly before the first amphibians...
Sorry, I just don't have time for long stories at the moment.
Oh, of course. But just run along then. Check out the neighborhood for stuff and try to make sense of it all.
Gonna look around for stuff.
What do you want me to do?
Nothing. My vote would be to get the story moving again.
We agreed that he has to complete a task for each of us.
But you don't know what happens on the island. It will be very exciting and very emotional. Oscar-worthy.
What's happening on the island?
Down here, riddles must be solved if you want to get any further. Just like in the good old days.
Okay then. A task. Tell me a story.
That's hardly a suitable task.
Storytelling is not easy. It has to be a creative, exciting story that meets my exacting standards. Come on, gnome. Think up a story to knock us off our feet.
So there's this guy who's in a PC cafe and he spills noodles on a keyboard and then somehow electrocutes himself and then he wakes up in the body of a god. Is that a good enough start? Asking for a friend. Oh, I just remembered I have to finish chapter 17. The cursed chapter. When the stream's off. A young farmer on a planet with 2 sons. That's Star Wars. A boy who lives under the stairs with his evil relatives. That's Harry Potter. An archaeologist who just about escapes from a large rolling stone. That's Indiana Jones. A young lion, son of the king, in the savannah. is The Lion King. So we go with a Harry Potter one for old time's sake.
Well, a boy whose horrible relatives make him live under the stairs.
Suddenly sees a white rabbit with a pocket watch. That's Alice in Wonderland. Is unexpectedly visited by 13 dwarves. That's The Hobbit. Notices he has superhuman powers. Could be Harry Potter. Could also be Superman, or like literally any superhero. Wants to start a new life on the other side of the ocean and boards an unsinkable ship. Titanic.
Then he realizes he has superpowers after being bitten by a spider.
Aha! Gripping storyline, exciting characters. The first act is complete. What are the further developments and climax going to be?
He meets a man who shows him a red and a blue pill and the Matrix. He's hungry and is meant to battle to the death against others in an arena. That's Katniss Everdeen, Hunger Games, right? He becomes a captain in his fist with a zombie and a squid and pirates, and later is that Pirates of the Caribbean? Maybe. I don't know, it could be something else too. When his father dies, he becomes the head of the family and exacts a bloody revenge. I think that would be Game of Thrones. Have good luck with the desk. I hope it goes well. I hope you have all the pieces. I have not seen Game of Thrones. I never got into it, and then I just don't want to anymore. I mean, the last one is the most vague, I would think. Like, there's many stories. Like, it could be Dune. It could be Game of Thrones. Could be. I know it's like super gory and like super like sexual, but like it just doesn't interest me at all. Like I don't think I've watched like a drama in English for a really long time because they just don't interest me anymore. It's like I don't want a gritty reality in my life. Like, that's my life. I don't need it. I like to watch very terrible, very weird plotted shows. Let's make it the Matrix.
Yes, well, then next he meets a man who shows him a red pill and a blue pill. Then later...
He can escape the aquarium in which he's been trapped the whole time. Water balls? Question mark. I mean, I watch a lot of Chinese palace dramas. So, like, the politics would probably be interesting, but yeah. I think I'm not into the like gratuitous violence. It could be Finding Nemo. He crosses the streams with his friends, and so is able to triumph over ghosts. That's Ghostbusters. He and Jenny meet in the middle of water. That's Forrest Gump. His robot friend is lowered into the liquid iron. Isn't that Anyway, he said Iron Man. And then my brain went Iron Robot. It's not, it's the Iron Giant. Isn't it? I think it is. I remember having nightmares because of Iron Giant. Robots is like really interesting take on like disability and capitalism, but it has some like look, if you watch it back again, it has some like disturbingly like transphobic moments. Ghostbusters.
He crosses the streams with his friends and so can defeat the ghosts.
And then the twist.
Like robots is like it's a really interesting take on disability. Like if you think about all the robots whose parts are no longer made and they have to like they have to find things from the rubbish and everyone else is like, and so they become really individual, where everyone who's considered great, it has the new upgrades, but they all look the same. But like there's parts in it that are like towards the end, I think, where they're really weird about someone who has like, I can't remember it very well, so like don't hold it against me like if I am remembering it like wrong. But I think there's like a someone who's seen as male who has quote unquote like female robot parts and then like weird about it. But Flushed Away is a great movie. But on a lighter note, The Same Day It Starts All Over Again. That's the one where they keep Groundhog Day. Or the other one where people die and then the day repeats. The whole time he was actually dead. I don't know, I just feel that's just like a big trope. It was a dream in a dream in a dream. Inception. He is Kaiser Sose.
Well, he is Kaiser Soze.
Yep.
Ah, very original.
Kaiser who?
You've got my support, my young friend.
So, one got down, 2 to go.
Now we have to please either the riddle gods, god of humour, or the goddess of the arts.
Hi.
Hello, my young friend.
The arts? Is that like when you make a face out of macaroni and glue it to some paper?
Art is everywhere. There is nothing in this world that isn't art. That's why I'm the most important goddess here.
The world consists of stories.
Now, you both know the world would be terribly dull without a good laugh.
Every time a painter picks up his brush, a sculptor his chisel, or a bard his lute, they are singing my praises.
The painters and sculptors sing too.
Leave it, Gnome. She's not so good with words.
Yes, Jin, the League of Legends champion, who was like, I'm an artist and a pianist. Isn't he also the one who's like, has really like edgelordy kind of art related lines? All his voice lines just make me laugh every time that you play him. Like, I don't think I would be. He's a serial killer. Like, there are many reasons why I'll never play LOL, but the voice lines being like cringe is pretty high up there.
And what do I have to do to gain your favour?
Well, you don't appear to have a cup of wine on you. Can you dance?
Of course.
Of course I can dance.
Okay, my first request, don't.
Rude.
And don't ever think about dancing again. Painting, sculpture, music. How do you fare in these arts?
To be honest, I'm a cracking dancer, but I'm rubbish at everything else.
Then, best leave art to the professionals, like myself. I would love to sing again, but I really can't remember what the notes sound like. Bring me a tuning fork or something of that kind. When I hear the notes, I'm sure it would all come flooding back to me.
Alright, so we need to find a fork.
Go forth and create something.
Just not dance, because I think you're shit at it, apparently. How dare she?
What's up with this creepily decorated alcove? Is there a statue missing here?
I wouldn't say missing.
Where there is light, there is shade. Where there is good, there must also be evil. The Nameless One was probably the most powerful amongst us. Whenever anyone did anything evil, people believed that it was his fault.
Oh, and because everyone believed in him?
He became more and more powerful. It was simple for everyone. They could blame all their bad deeds on him.
Where is he now?
They banished him to the dungeon dimension. It's probably the greatest story of all time.
That will be told another time. He was banished, and many small gods were put in his place. Murphy, the god of stupid coincidences. Monday, the god of bad moods. Alki, the god of drunkenness.
Hundreds, thousands of little gods that people could blame when they did something bad or stupid.
Like, I'm trying to think of what trying to think of the characters that I have in my own story. There's Niwez, the god of handheld projectiles. You can blame him for when you throw a grenade and it goes wrong. Who else is there? We have the god of war, we have the god of wheat and wheat byproducts. We have the deity of flowers. Can you tell I was listening to Welcome to Night Vale? There's an episode of Welcome to Night Vale called Wheat and Wheat Byproducts, and that's where the name came from. I suppose flowers is in the flowers is in the flowers. Flowers is in like actual flowers, not things you used to make bread with. But yeah, I was listening to that episode when I was writing that part, and I was like, wheat and wheat byproducts. We haven't talked to Huma God.
Hi.
Hello, my young friend.
There's a god of wine, because obviously there's oh my god, my brain. I can't remember own characters. I'll have to I'll have to have a look later. Oh, the Emperor of Heaven, the Empress of Heaven, the King of the Underworld. The old God of War, and then the new God of War, God of Healing. I like to making really weird ones because it reminds me of like Roman and Greek gods, where like there's Cloacina, the goddess of sewers, and there's another god who's like their only job is finding lost things. The God of Wheat does have a bread museum though. Does that make out for you? Does that make you feel better?
What exactly did you want so I can cross the lake?
I would love to sing again.
Oh, I wasn't talking to you. I was trying to talk to him.
I have to go. Yoo-hoo!
Oh, young friend, would you like to hear a joke?
You would help me without me having to do my job, right?
As you're in such a good mood, you'll help me get to the island, right?
Oh, comedians always have a dark side. It's not easy making everyone else laugh.
Tears of a clown.
And what do you know about that?
I am the god of humor. I invented Badumtus.
Yes, only so that people will know when they have to laugh.
Oh, yeah? Two cannibals are eating a clown. One says to the other, he tastes a bit funny. Eh? Eh?
Ha 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 ha. That was new.
You see? It's a tough business making people roll in the aisles. You lot just don't realize that because you've never tried it yourself. Hey, that's it! That's the task I'll set you, mortal! Make me laugh!
You want me to tell you a joke?
One that's so funny, it makes my stomach ache with laughter. Oh, it'll have to be a right royal rib tickler.
I don't think I know any jokes.
Oh, come on, everyone knows a joke. Most aren't of a standard high enough to make a god laugh, of course. But anyway, ask around and try your luck.
I have to go.
I have to go.
Good day.
Do you wish me a good day? Or mean that it is a good day whether I want it or not? Or that you feel good this day? Or that it is a day to be good on?
Gandalf. The Hobbit.
If you're the god of puzzles, I have a serious bone to pick with you.
Why?
Why does everything have to be so complicated? An
it
unlocked chest? Someone who just helps? For free? Is that too much to ask for?
Nothing worth having in this world simply falls into your lap.
Yes, but chess puzzles to open doors? Complicated machines in submerged temples, machines that must have been completely pointless when the temples were still in operation.
I agree. This is all just a distraction from the story.
I don't know what the problem is. Doing a little dance to create a flash of lightning? That's brilliant.
Is that supposed to be a thing about Zelda and like the water temple?
I guess the only way to gain your favor is by performing a strange set of tasks.
No tasks. Riddles. That's all that matters to me. If you ask me a question I can't answer, you win my favor.
That sounds familiar.
My first riddle for you goes like this. What which nobody can see towers beyond the tallest tree, never grows to get this high, but reaches up towards the sky?
This is a riddle from The Hobbit, but also thank you, Mario, for the sub to Mormonism is back 89. If you weren't leaving, I would tell you off. But since you are leaving, I hope you stay safe out there. Wash your hands, don't go running with scissors. It's a mountain.
Roots that nobody sees, higher than a tree, but never growing. A mountain. Could be a mountain.
It is a mountain. Well done. Now it's your turn. Ask me a question. If I can't answer it, you have won my favor.
What sound does a falling tree make, which is felled with a herring when nobody is listening? What have I got in my pockets? What is the answer to the question of life, the universe, and everything? Oh, we have to... This is from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and the answer is 42. This is from Lord of the Rings. And this is like just like an absurd take on like on a riddle. I'll go with pockets is.
What have I got in my pockets is?
Some bits of fluff and a mirror, a magical device that some people call a clicker. And no, that's all.
Wow, impressive.
Yep. Yes, God of riddles, all-knowing and almighty. Nice to meet you. My turn. 30 white horses on a red hill. First they champ, then they stamp, then they stand still.
Teeth.
30. White on a red hill. Teeth? Teeth!
Well, I never. That's correct. Clever little fellow. Your turn.
What's the answer to the question of life? Blah, blah, blah. Can you think of a question that's so difficult you're not able to answer it?
If you're all-knowing and all-powerful, can you think of a question that is so difficult that even you can't answer it?
Of course. I can do anything.
But if you're all-knowing, you would know the answer to every question.
Of course I know.
Here's the deal. You give me your favor, and we'll just drop the troublesome topic of omniscience completely.
With that, the actual task which I set, without your knowledge, has been mastered. You have won my favor, pedantic mortal.
And that's 2 gods in the bag.
So we need to find something that... Is this a tuning fork?
That's Remy's shrinking ring. That
no,
means he
it's a
was
ring.
here.
Oh, that means we can...
Remy!
We can shrink back down now.
Is this also a goddess?
No, that is an Amazon. They guarded our temples.
Didn't do a particularly good job of it, did they?
I mean... There's only so much you can do. I think we can go back up. Because now we can go back up the pipe. Anything in here? Nope. Nope. Back here. I don't think we need to talk to Ethel. We can...
But with Remy's shrinking ring, I could fit.
No, back here. His head must have blocked.
Blocky seems to be engrossed in his work. As long as I stay down here and be very quiet, he won't notice me. That must be him, Archmage Alistair. A trophy for the council leader. How revolting. Ivor and I have to get him out of there. A lot of the stuff here is made out of this smooth, shiny material. I don't know what it is, but I do know I find it kind of eerie. I wouldn't want to run into this doll in the dark.
It's plastic. The true horror.
One of the magic slates. One of the old pre-hair models.
Everyone look at this. Look at this guy on the shelf. It's a really demented looking SpongeBob. It's really creepy. This bear's very creepy. So this one.
What a hideous creature! Better not get too close to the monster. It might have a taste for gnomes. Probably best if I leave the way I came. And I'm not going back to town until I've saved Remy.
So we can't go back that way. Anything else in here is useful. Let's press this. Oh. What's that?
The doll has a ring on its back. I wonder if you...
Love me.
Not again.
I've done a poo-poo. Shall we sing a song?
That's so creepy.
Professor Weathervane?
It's not what it looks like.
So you're not trying to liberate the frog?
No. I'm trying to suppress the frog.
So, well, maybe there is something to it. You're not calling for help.
It is my duty.
My duty and my curse. Why are you working for her? You know she's a bad, bad person.
How can you work for Van Buren? Don't you know what she's doing to this city and its people?
It is not for me to judge her politics. I'm just a simple civil servant who must obey his superiors, no matter what they do.
Even if she's as mad as a cuckoo clock.
Since the death of the Archmage, Sybil Van Buren is my new employer, and it's my duty to serve her loyally.
Even when he's like not dead.
I didn't transform the Archmage. I hope you know that.
Of course I know that. The very idea is... Archmage Alistair was Professor, Doctor of Magic. You are just a graduate mage, and not even a real teacher. It's completely implausible that someone like you could defeat the Archmage in a duel.
He has 5 doctorates in magic.
Thanks.
It was Chantal Van Buren. She cast a spell on him with that cursed wand, just like she's done with everything else, right?
That's right.
But how does she do it? It's impossible for a little girl to have such power.
We believe that she...
Stop. I don't want to know. I'm a loyal civil servant. I work for the council leader. The less knowledge I need to conceal from her, the better.
Come on, Blocky.
Please, Headmaster. You could do so much good. You could start by taking the chains off the jar.
Betray my mistress? Never. However, well, it's time to call it a day. I will lock the door and admonish the guard troll to be vigilant. But the fact that I've seen a gnome here, perhaps I'll forget to mention that.
That's very kind of you.
I shall have to write a negative evaluation in my own file for this.
The horror.
Good evening, Professor, and good luck. Lock yourself
No one is to get into the office, you hear?
Whew, that could have backfired badly. Being rat-sized isn't all it's cracked up to be.
It didn't grow that much.
It's an old model. I wonder if...
Welcome back, Professor Weathervane.
It's my old slate! The traitorous thing!
I only do what I am programmed to do. All evil is on your side of the screen, not mine.
Who ordered you to deceive me?
Username Monkus Rules 1337.
I see!
Of course it was Monkus.
I'll take you with me, but don't get any big ideas about me trusting you again. Parents often say it looks like a bomb exploded here. Usually it's just an exaggeration, but here it might actually be the case.
It's a phrase I've heard a lot. It's a phrase I've heard a lot in life. It's a phrase you could probably use to talk about my room right now.
If I have to.
Now we have the creepy doll. Is there anything else in here? We're just taking everything.
This time, I'm just going to take the whole tin. It's for a good cause. Lots of papers, quills, ink stains and the like. Nothing interesting.
Such jazzy music.
Pretty thick chains, and I suspect Van Buren enchanted them to protect them against an open spell.
Need some bulk class.
We'll get you out of there, Archmage Alistair. We just have to find a way to get rid of the chains.
Usually people protect against things magically, but not physically. I think that's where we're going to leave it for today.